Hey everyone, this is Ian Withrow, and on this video we're going to be speaking to you guys on how to set up and how to perform the high bar back squat. The high bar back squat is going to primarily focus more on the quadriceps. It's going to require you to stay a little bit more upright, and that's due to the fact that the bar is higher up on the individual's back. So with the high bar, we want to step underneath the barbell. We want to make sure we're directly underneath, we're not lifting from our lower back. And we want to try to wiggle that barbell in our upper traps. Notice how it's above my shoulders. I keep my chest up. I'm going to really wiggle that barbell in my back. Really make sure that's really snugged in tight with your traps. You're going to take a nice deep breath. And when you stand up, I want you to stand up and I want you to hold it there for a second and don't immediately step back. I really want you to focus, especially when it gets heavier. You want to really absorb the weight. Then you're going to take three movements. One step back with your left or right, one step back with your left or right, and then you're going to finish up the last movement with setting up on your stance, wiggling your feet, pointing them out, whatever that may be. Coming back and making sure that you're not taking a bunch of steps is really going to reduce the amount of energy that's being wasted, because you really want to make sure that you have that energy there to perform the squat. So we're going to perform the Valsalva maneuver, and in a moment I'm going to show you from a different angle on how to unrack. So this is what it'll look like from the side. Notice my elbows are staying down. I'm taking 2 steps back and then wiggling and setting up. So you're going to keep your chest up high, elbows down. Take a nice deep breath. Notice how my torso stays upright. I'm sitting the hips back, bringing the knees forward. And you're making sure, notice here, my hips are going below my knee. Especially on a high bar squat, you really want to make sure you're hitting very proper depth. And just on any squat, it's not good enough just to go parallel. I really want to stress the importance of going below parallel, or making sure that the top of your hip is going below the top of your kneecap. That's something to kind of look at. If you're filming yourself, if you're kind of looking on your own, that's something to keep in mind. So this is the back angle of the squat. So I'm really wiggling it in my traps. Now for me, I do kind of bring it down a little lower, but some people will bring it right up to their neck almost. Whatever feels comfortable, just make sure that it's a little higher than what you would normally do on a low bar. Make sure you're wiggling the barbell into your traps. And we'll show you a faster version in a moment. I really just want to break it down really slow and really work on showing you guys what we're looking for. So you're going to stand up. Good, just like that. Take a nice deep breath, keeping the elbows down. Notice how I'm bringing one foot back. I really wanted to slow this down to really show the amount of minimal movement that you really want to try to work on. So I'm bringing back my right foot, then I'm bringing back my left, and then from here I'm going to finish up my last movement, just trying to wiggle my feet into the ground, trying to get a solid foundation. And before you squat, so once your legs are set up, once you have the stance good, you're going to make sure your elbows are down, bring your head up, bring your chest up. You're going to take a nice deep breath in the Valsalva maneuver method. That's basically taking a nice deep breath in your core and bracing it nice and tight. I always try to keep my eyes looking at something slightly above my eye level. Good. And then notice how my hips are going below my kneecap. And then I'm coming up, keeping my chest up, torso upright. And notice how my back, my hips, and my knees are all moving together simultaneously and in a very smooth and efficient way. It's often noticeable when somebody's going a lot heavier that sometimes they'll start to good morning it. Their legs will extend, but their back will be like a second movement. We really want to try to keep everything nice and smooth and efficient. Make sure that your elbows are staying down and keeping them nice and nice alignment with your back. If they're flared out too much, what's going to happen, especially on the high bar squat, is you're going to notice that it will try to push you forward and you're going to start rounding over a lot more. It's also, the bar is going to roll up into your neck, and especially if it's a heavier weight. And if you fail, you have a greater chance of having that barbell smack your neck or smack your spine or your head, if I will. So now I'm going to show you guys the all three angles in the normal range of motion and speed. Hopefully this helps you guys. Hopefully you guys can utilize the high bar squat in your movement. And last thing, make sure when you're racking it, you're squatting down. I don't want you to lean forward with your torso. I really want you to squat down in it and lower it right back in, almost like you're going into another squat. So here I'm going to show you guys the full speed of what the high bar back squat looks like. Here you guys, check it out.